What's up, guys? We're back again. Been a pretty crazy week for Bitcoin, as you all know. Just wanted to make a YouTube video for my Telegram subscribers and show you guys how to establish a bias for whatever asset you guys are trading. Okay, I'm not talking about being biased. That's never good in trading. But what is true is that every asset has a bias. Okay, it's either going to be bullishly biased in the long term or it's going to be bearishly biased in the long term. And if you can figure that out, you can trade accordingly. You know, I counter trade a lot. You can think that's good or bad. It works for me. But if you don't have experience doing that, you should establish the bias and only follow that bias, right? So, like, if Bitcoin is bearishly biased, you should only be looking for shorts. If Bitcoin is bullishly biased, like over here, you should only be looking for longs, right? So in this video, I'm just going to show you guys how to do that. What you want to do is you want to start with a larger time frame. So right here, we're on the monthly. So real quick, on New Year's Eve, right, I posted this chart. I was looking at Bitcoin on larger time frames. That's usually what I do on the beginning of the year. I'll look at the yearly, I'll look at the 6 month, monthly, and just kind of establish, like I said, a bias for the year or for, the next few months at least. So back on New Year's Eve, I said, monthly not looking too good. Looks like we'll be testing the 21 EMA in green, right? In the mid 30s. So this is December 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2021, right? This month. So the reason I was saying it wasn't looking too good, right, is because if you look at your EMAs and SMAs here, they're looking pretty terrible, to be honest. So we got that massive pump, to 65K. That was the high, and then we dropped down to the 11, right? The 11 EMA was above the 11 SMA, which is thinner. When that happens, it should hold that support, right? So it held the support, pumped, but the 11 SMA crossed right here above the EMA. Not good, right? So this was telling me when we were up here, right, that even though we had pumped, right, to all-time highs, we weren't going to see 100K Bitcoin like a lot of people were calling for when we were at these all-time highs again, right? So the reason I said that was because of this. When you see your 11 SMA above your 11 EMA, it's not going to happen. It takes a while for this, especially on the monthly. It's so slow to move that when you see this, it's almost a given that you're going to come back down, okay? At least to test again, and then maybe pump, right? So we had dumped again to the 11, SMA above, right? The 5 SMA had just crossed the 5 EMA, also not good. But the 21 EMA was above the 21 SMA on the monthly. This is good. This is support, right? So that's why I said, right, looks like we'll be testing that 21 EMA green mid 30s support. So we were right here, right, when I posted that. We had just opened this candle, pumped up to 47,000. Okay. From there, go ahead and play this real quick. We dumped down right to that 21, right? The thing is with these larger time frames, guys, like this was going to hold the support, right? But it doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to come here and just bounce straight from it. Like, it's gonna wick down, right? So this is support, and this is why we pumped, right? But on February 4th, I said, so that's where we were right here, exactly where we are right here. I said, if we pump from here, we're not going higher than 50 or 60,000. Now, you can say that's a big range, but like I said, you can't control these wicks. So if we were really bullish, we could have wicked up. But no matter what, I kept saying we're going to dump. We're going to dump down around here because your 5 SMA is above your 5 EMA, and your 11 SMA is above your 11 EMA. Okay? Not good, again. Oh. Just play it real quick. We pump. Now, here you guys, all right, here, it held again, right? You saw that. The problem is this 21 is getting very close. 21 is getting very close to crossing here, okay? So that's why I had said over here on January 31st that we're going to drop to the 50 EMA, right? In the mid 20s. So I said that 5 months in advance. Again, I'm not blowing smoke up my ass. I'm just saying. It's pretty simple when you're looking at it through this lens, right? So we pumped. That was the top 48,000. I called it in my Telegram channel. We hit an important channel midline there. So here, look at that, guys. The 21 EMA crossed. 21 SMA crossed above the 21 EMA. And your 5 SMA and 5 EMA crossed below the 11 here. Once you get this is why this held a support. Look at the 5 compared to the 11, still above. Once you get that cross, not good. Plus the 21 SMA is crossing, not good. So we're very close to hitting the 50, right? The 50 EMA is at $26,000. And the SMA is at $21,000. Okay, so we're either going to pump from here or we're going to wick down, hold it as a support, and then pump again. So what you guys have to understand is that we were bearish from over here. Okay, your bias is bearish from over here. Once we got this as support, your bias turned bullish, right? Because you got support now. Boom. Once you top out, now your bias is bearish again, right? Until you hit the next level. Once we hit this level, we confirm it as support by closing another monthly candle above it. You know, we can get another pump and see where we are from there. But until then, we're still bearish. So you don't have to get all caught up in it, right? Like, oh, we're going down. Like, the market doesn't go down in a straight line ever. You can catch longs, you can catch shorts, you can catch all kinds of stuff. But just understand that in a bearish market, you're going to get small pumps. So you take your profits early. You're not going to get, you know, some crazy reversal when you're bearish. But you can get, you know, $10,000 pumps easily. So I'm not saying don't long. I'm just saying understand your bias, which in this case has been bearish since January. So once we come down here, hold it as support, our bias can shift. So This is your monthly time frame, right? If we drop down to the 2-week, right? And what I'm saying about using different time frames is you want confluence, okay? So where is our 100? Our 100 is at 25,000. So our monthly was at 26,000, right? Our monthly is at 26,000. Our 2-week is at 25,000, right? The larger the time frame, the less accurate with the wicks, okay, that it's going to be. The lower the time frame, the more accurate it's going to be. But my point is, we have support at 25,000. Drop down to the weekly. We have support at 27,000, right? You drop down to your 2-day. This, guys, is why I do believe we can hold. We're gonna hold the mid-20s. Okay, is because 600 EMA is very far above the 600 SMA. So if you drop down to your daily, you can see we broke down from the 600. So whenever you see this, right, you go, oh shit, like we just broke down, we're going to 0. Well, that's not the case. You know, you have other support. So you go up to your next support. And what is it? You know, this is your support right here. This area. Doesn't mean, like I said, look at here, like this was your support. Freaking wick down way below it. And this looks like nothing, but it was like $2,000. So I'm not saying these are going to be perfect support and resistance. These are general areas of support, very strong areas of support, right? So this was your area of support. Wick down, wick down, wick down. Once you touch the SMA, your EMA still above, boom, took off, okay? Another thing, guys, is what you want to do is go through all your time frames, okay? So you can start at your yearly, okay? Now let's go look at the yearly and check this out, guys, okay? 5 EMA is way above your 5 SMA. 11 EMA is above your 11 SMA. So if we come down, right, you're going to get a pump from your 5 SMA pretty much almost every time. And this is on the yearly, okay? That doesn't mean it's going to happen right now. I'm just saying that we have support on the yearly, right? We have support on the yearly. 25,000, again, that same confluence. So your SMA is at 23,000, okay? So this should hold as support, okay? There's your yearly. Let's look at the 6 month. Okay, the 6 month will close in 1 month and almost 2 months. This 6 month candle. Your EMA is crossing below your SMA, right? So your SMA is crossing above. The thing is, though, right? What you have to look at is your slope. See how this is pointing straight up? Still, this will usually hold its support. Even though it's crossing below, it'll still hold its support because your SMA is pointed straight up. Yeah. So even if we don't, 20,000 is strong support. Okay. So this is why I'm telling you that I don't see Bitcoin going to no $10,000, how a lot of people are saying it will. At least not right now. Not this year. We'll go through our 3 month, get it there. So we're at support right now. Doesn't mean we can't wick. Okay. So let's say we wick down to that same area that the monthly was showing us, a $27,000 area. the 11 is still above, okay? The 5 EMA and 5 SMA, the 5 EMA is below, but look how far the 5 EMA is still above your 11, okay? And look how far your 11 is from your 21. So this is good. This is support, right? So like all this is support. If we can close a 3-month candle above your 11, we're probably going to pump, right? So this is how you can kind of tell, guys. Not kind of. This is how you can tell what is going to happen, and this is how I was able to, call this drop to the 50 literally 5 months ago. Okay, and I'm not I'm not no psychic, right? I just have experience using these EMAs, and they work the exact same way on the 1 minute as they do on the 1 year or the 1 month or any time frame. So once you get to know them, and I'm planning on releasing the course in about a month or two, guys, bear with me here. It's a lot of recording and editing, so it's a one-man operation. I have wife and kids to take care of, so all that good stuff. But I am working day and night on that thing, and it will be finished. And once it is, I will teach you guys a lot more about this stuff. But I did want to make this video to show you guys what is possible, because I don't know of any other system, right, that can tell you all this, right? So I just wanted to go over with you guys, because a lot of people are like flopping and groping. They're like, well, we're going to zero. I'm just showing you where potential supports are for this dump, and a pretty massive one. But I mean, nothing compared to this dump. We got this in 1 month, from 65K all the way down to 29K or whatever it was. Yeah, 29K in a month. Okay, so I know it feels like, the world's collapsing. I'm gonna drop down to some lower time frames here. I mean, to me, this is still a very high time frame. This is a 12-hour, but I did warn you guys back in right when it crossed here that we had got a what I consider to be a death cross on the 12-hour, which is not good. Okay, we hadn't got that in a long time. Okay, the last time we got a death cross was back here. So COVID. Okay, apologize for that. So the last time we got a death cross was the COVID dump. Okay, on the 12-hour. We didn't have the death cross on the daily. Your daily is a stronger time frame. This is why we pumped up. Okay, we definitely didn't have a death cross on the 2-day, which is again why we pumped. Okay, so again on the 12-hour, right? We did get this death cross. The reason we kept pumping here is because the 350 was still above your 600. Okay, once which is your pink. So the 350 is the green. Now let me zoom in a little bit. 350 is your green. It was still above your 600 EMA. So we pumped up. This dump, right before we got the dump, right, or right as we were getting the dump, as the dump was starting, in other words, we were getting a cross down of this 350 EMA below the 600 EMA. This is why this dump happened. Okay. Also, look at your 100, look at your 50. It was well below. They're all below each other. Okay. So 50, 100, 200, 350, 600. Once you get that, you're going to get these, and this is why this dump was so massive. It's because these dumps are on higher time frames. Okay. These dumps are happening or being initiated by higher time frames. Okay. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Really appreciate you guys watching, and see you on the next one, guys.